Got it. Just hit the done button there and got it. Alrighty, y'all. Peace and greetings to y'all. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey here in Morocco at Northwestern Mexham. How are you? Guys, I welcome you to our AstroCivics Sunday 44 for the Holy Koran Devotional Countdown. We're now at chapter 30, Holy Instructions from the Prophet, Social Duties. And I'm here with our magnificent and beloved brother, in whom we are well pleased, and he is...
Islam, peace and love, Padre Moor to we all. Happy Sunday, happy Soul Day, whatever you like to call it. You already know I'm Brother Shining Male, Soy Hermano Shining Male. You already know that all is well. And man, I'm telling you, y'all would think 4 days of strong, I would be able to remember my appellation. But bro, what was that appellation, bro? The bros gave to me. I just have troubles remembering. What was that?
Brave That's always funny, right? And fun, guys. We're just gonna get right into this, guys. As always, however, before we get right into it, just letting you guys know, make sure you are going to 7healstar.com, signing up for our email list, of course, right? So you can get the emails that's coming out to you guys through our email list. Pretty active with the email, at least once, if not now, definitely twice. A strong, right? What's a strong? Well, 7 days of the strong, right? Instead of the week, I'm just saying. All right, so with that being said, guys, make sure you go there, sign up for our email list. And as you guys can see, since the last time we spoke, just letting you guys know, we have our different appointments that you can set with us and get your Mirror AstroLiteracy session with Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey. 3-hour session, right? Just letting you know it's $153 per hour. You are definitely learning the astrology by analyzing your own chart. Don't be intimidated. You guys are intelligent, all righty? Keep, tell yourself, and really be what you're telling yourself, like, oh, I can really get this. There's no problem. I can guess this, you know what I mean? And remember things, once, Brother Hasan's giving me all the notes and everything, I can definitely go into this and just have to just keep practicing it, all right? It comes with practice. You're not going to know anything just one time, all right? I do repetition. You guys also see if you only have enough for a 1-hour session, it won't necessarily be an AstroLiteracy session where you learn. However, you get as much information as you can get within 1 hour pertaining to what's going on, your natal chart and other peripheral charts, so to speak. And, also you can get from there from Brother Sean, you guys can get your hands on the Mental Magician report also. If you are doing the right things in your life, right? You would definitely start out with getting a Mirror AstroLiteracy session and Mental Magician report from us both, all right? And be not intimidated, guys. We're professional astrologers. We have a proven track record, of course. You guys can go back and look at, especially within the last 3 years or so, 3 or 4 years, as far as what we've been presenting. And it's just a lot more things that are really to come. Because the things that we can do with this astrology, not too many people know. Many know, but not as much as, you guys should be knowing, right? However, we know that you guys are going to come and get your astrology completed very soon. That wasn't right. That's interesting that does that. That's not what I did not press that. I pressed classes and events. There we go. That was supposed to happen. And as you guys can see, each class and event, you guys know, these are the workshops that we've done, right? And it's 81 per video. Some of these have 12 videos. So if you can't afford 972 units in lieu of lawful money for all 12 videos all at once, it's 81 units per video. All righty. About 4 hours at the least 4 hours for each video. Alrighty. So I think that's more than fair to get recorded workshops. 12 videos, and each video is 4 hours. Do you guys recognize that that's like 2 days worth of video? Like, am I 12 times 4 is 48? You know, so, you know, people are like, oh man, them brothers won 972 for 12 videos, man. They trying to get over on people. You really did the math. 81 per video, and a video is 4 hours. If you just divided 81 by 4, that's 2025. What'd you say, bro?
I said at least 4 hours. Minimum.
Yeah. And it's 20. So that's no, go ahead, say what you're saying. I didn't mean to cut your wisdom, broski.
Oh, I was saying at least, but let me see. So 81 divided by 4 is 20 and a quarter.
20 and a quarter per hour. I mean, that's just a little bit above what the minimum wage is at these fast food restaurants, right? Mm-hmm. These fast food restaurants are giving like minimum wage 15, 16, 17 notes. And you guys are getting unhealthy when you consume their stuff. But yet with what we have, you know what I'm saying? And I think the description will tell you what has what, right? So let's say, hey, what's up with the Prophet Noble Drew community meetup? Well, look. See the description over there? Peaceful greetings, beloveds. The Prophet Noble Drew University AstroCivics community meetup Google Drive archive is 4 videos demonstrating the truth and the divine truth according to our studies this far, right? When rightly correlating astrology and civics, namely AstroCivics, according to the principles demonstrated and prescribed by Prophet Noble Drew. This recorded workshop is 4 videos in total. Each video is 4 hours on average. Each video is 81 units in lieu of lawful money, preferably accepted via CashApp at OurAstrologyStreet, right? Full disclosure, just about everyone is going to tell you that, right? Go back to all services. Let's say, what's Horary? What's Horary astrology, Hasan? What's that? Okay, well, let's click on it, right? And let's see what it is. Hey, look at the description over there. What'd you say?
I think we get it. That's a good workshop.
Horary heroes. Yeah.
And then Jags up.
Right?
Yeah, that Horary workshop.
Yeah, I know, right? And it says, learn how to answer your queries with Horary / Prashna astrology techniques. Right? I mean, it's like magic 8-ball astrology, but we call it Magi infinity sphere, right? And that's why I did the artwork that way. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, don't be offended, guys. We're just being honorable and really working, all right? And providing you guys what you need, because at first that's what it was. It was 27 units for each one. It was 324 in full. That's what it was. It's not like that, guys. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it's like, well, that's when I was looking out. You know what I'm saying? That's when I was looking out. It's like, hey, nobody's looking out. And really, that's what I would do for people that come with their Moorish American student cards, actually, to be honest with you. But even then, can you imagine 4 hours? Divide 4 hours by 27.
Woo!
I mean, divide 27 by 4 hours. That's not even old minimum wage. That's less than old minimum wage.
That's like the 2009-10 minimum wage. That's a little more, $6.75. Yeah, when I'm joining like 5-6 notes for minimum wage. Oof.
So that's why it's like, it's like, man, he still left the old prices. Look, that was the fire then when it went down. That's what it was when it went down. You know what I'm saying? In 2021. However, these videos got to be stored on Google Drive. Google Drive wants people to transact for storage. It's like, okay, Well, let's keep this as honest as possible. So let's make it worth my while. I mean, Brother Sean was there in real time, did 12 videos, right? This recorded workshop is 12 videos in total. Each video is 4 hours on average. Each video is 81 units in lieu of lawful money, preferably via CashApp. Can't knock that. Like, oh man, all I got is 81. Okay, we'll just give you access to the first video. You got another 81? Cool, no problem. Here's the second video. You know, when you can do it. All right. You guys won't be disappointed. We went in. like I really made sure in any of these workshops, you guys know exactly where what is when you need it. However, let's say you would like to be a part of this, our astrology concepts correction discussion. It's for right now, it's every Saturday, but we're just going to put it up, each Saturday as we see, because we know that we have the Reiki workshop. The basis of it is Reiki. However, I know I'll be doing what I can do as far as astrology pertaining to that. As far as what Brother Sean has organized it's going to be 4 different classes. It's going to be on a Saturday, each class. However, until we get there in September, right now on these Saturdays, and when we're not having workshops on Saturdays, you can just say it like that. When we're not having workshops on Saturdays, we can have these astrology concept discussions, right? So for the astrology concept correction discussions, I zoom in there, right? As you guys can see, it's free for members. So if you gave your 250 units for lifetime membership, it's free. If you're a non-member with a student card, 15 units. If you're just a non-member and you have no student card, it's 30 units to come to the 2-hour session. All right. And even then, man, that's still really low. Like, that's low. Brother Sean should get 30. I should get 30. So it should be 60. For non-members, 30. For non-members with a student card, and it will still be free for members. All right. So let us discuss simplifying astrology in our minds by considering correcting our concepts, right? So just wanted to kind of put that if, out if, there if, like that if, right? And there's many, many more workshops. So that's 3, 6, 9, 10 of them. However, when it comes to our certification, right? The 7 Hill Star Astrology, AstroLiteracy Sessions Protocol Certification Workshop Intensive. This still is more catered to Moorish Americans, doing my best, to give Moorish Americans an opportunity to really be what they are supposed to be, right? This recorded workshop is 12 videos in total. Each video is 4 hours on average. Each video is 81 units in lieu of lawful money, preferably via CashApp. All right. And at the juicy symbol, OurAstrologyStreet, or what some people call a $sign. This is a proof from template, right? This is a proof from template pertaining to our 7healstar.com astrology, astroliteracy sessions protocol certification, which is this right here. This is what it looks like. And I print it out and send it to you. And it will be sealed and autographed, right? So sealed, awaiting autographing by, let me take that question mark out of it. I think that was another emoji. I think it was like the page, actually, by 7 Hill Star Astrology Firm. And it gives you a description of what was going on with our 12-week course, right? We had to use certain terms. We would love to say just 12 strongs, right? And we got to get people used to using different language programming for themselves, right? And we really just went in on this, guys, right? As you can see, This intensive is for intermediate to advanced astrology students that are Moorish Americans, Moorish American nationals, American citizens only, and must have nationality card. Gotta have your allodial American nationality card. Or I guess we can accept if you got a temple card, that works too. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I would like to see your nationality card, front and back, honestly. And it lets you know what we go in on. You see what I'm saying? And what we're doing in these videos as far as proficiency. Like we're not playing, right? It's like 14 things you're going over here, right? Within 12 videos. All right. So that's for the 7 Hill Star Astro Literacy Sessions program. And these things are archived. So again, at the end of the day, if all you can do is one video at a time, I have no problem with giving your email access to one video. Did I miss anything, Brother Sean, there?
Nah, man, it's the workshop intensive. Ooh, like y'all, might want to, try to start transacting before that price goes up, because it's really worth it. Like, for me, just going, kind of reading through the Clock of Destiny books, kind of having the apps to really seeing what astrology was and can do through the workshop intensive. I mean, I remember it was days, I was not in class, or it'd be a break. I'm like, let me try to get a little rest. Oh, snap. We still going. Like, it was really beautiful just to see like what astrology can do, because it has been so kind of like set up as is just this sun-based sign. Oh yeah, I'm this date and that date. And it's so much more to that than what is said on the face value of it and have people perceive it. It's way much more than that. So to really go through the workshop intensive and to really see what they can do, and then start applying it to myself, and then looking at my family member, my loved ones charts with somewhat called family, and just like looking at some friends and all that, and really able to see like how can I really help someone, like if they're going through a rough period. Well, I can now see that this transit is making, this aspect, and then explain it to them in a simplified way, because most really won't understand it. They like, just tell me. And, we're able to see that. And for some, they'll be open to that guidance, that assistance that they're looking for. They just really can't see it. And it was just beautiful. I'm very grateful that we was able to, Brother Sign, when I asked about the workshop intensive and set that up, and I put my money where my mouth is, or put my energy, finance where my will is, to become a part of that, and actually do that, and to do that, and now still be going, and still getting amazed at what I see within my own chart and everywhere else. It was a priceless investment into it.
So, and at the end of the day, guys, 2 hours. Shout out to Mother Rashida Bey, Siyaha, for Great Seal National Association of Moorish Affairs. She's like, just telling me like 2 hours is enough for their brain. 4 hours might be too long for them. So if that's the case, when you get one video, just look at the first hour, take a break, look at the second hour, and chill out, and then come look at hour 3 another day. It just lets you know that we got some really good things archived for you guys. You guys just got to see it for yourselves. You know what I mean? So that way, just getting one video at a time, you get through the first video and you're like, whoa, some people go through the first video and be like, yo, in like the first 5 to 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you're pausing the video to go do some research on what was given in the first 15 minutes. First 15 minutes, you pausing the video. I'm like, hold on, let me go to to the astrology library they give us free access to go and make sure. Hold on, I mean, and it's the workshop intensive. It was really, really worth it. You know what I'm saying? However, I do know that people still need to, gotta correspond with me. Like, I mean, me and my bros, we still practice like any other team. We still have to, you know, do our meetups and go over concepts. You know what I mean? Make sure we're doing, you know, the math right, keep ourselves fresh, keep ourselves abreast of any new developments or other techniques that we take on. So we got quite a few ways of approaching a chart, analyzing the chart, and quite a few techniques that I'm telling you, you guys will see. You'll be like, hold on, man, you can see all of that from the chart. You'll be surprised at what we'll come up with and what we'll say. Honestly, you will be surprised. Maybe. Who knows? You might not be surprised. You're just looking for confirmation of things you already know, right? For TUPAC, right, which is the Universally Professional Astrology Community, you know, this was our first workshop, Quick Thinking Moon and Mercury. And this is where basically it was kind of like a free workshop because you gave $250 for your membership, lifetime membership. And we have the recordings ready for you all. If you want to join TUPAC, just give your $250, and this is what comes with your lifetime membership. We're going on Quick Thinking Moon and Mercury and some concepts in there. And I'm pretty sure it's some extra stuff in there. I know it's only promising 8 hours worth of video, right? Because it was 2 different days, 4 hours long, but we still gave maybe like 2 minutes and maybe 24 seconds shy, 23 seconds shy, 2 minutes. Yeah, about 2 minutes, 23 seconds shy of it being another 2 hours added onto it. So it's almost 10 hours worth of video in 2 days. So yeah, guys. Treat yourself, don't beat yourself. But that right there, for you to get your hands on that, is for people that are serious about becoming lifetime members. And again, not knocking any other astrological societies out there or astrological communities. I think $250 for a lifetime is, you better jump on it, because there are other astrological societies that want $900 or better for a lifetime. Seriously. All right. So with that being said, and that's all we have right now is lifetime. We don't have, just a yearly membership or just a 3-year membership. It's out there. Not with TUPAC. TUPAC is, you're learning about yourself, right? So it's nothing being a lifetime member, and it's a lot of perks with that, especially in those astrology discussions. I think just what we went over on our first astrology discussion this Saturday that just passed for the 19th.
Man,
that was major. I mean, and just for beings that came in, within like the last 15 minutes of it, because I'm doing 2 hours. I'm not going past 2 hours. You come late, that's on you. I'm just saying, I know even what we were talking about and what we were going in on, I know that was like, whoa, right? Because a lot of people don't really get to hear astrology discussions, not really. And I'm seriously talking about, we're discussing their astrology by analyzing the charts that's on the screen. And we're doing what we do. However, it's an open floor type situation for people to ask questions and things of that nature or whatever. And we can get in as much as we can get in for 2 hours, right? And like I said, if we don't have a workshop on that Saturday, it's going to be a discussion happening noon Eastern. So if you're on the West Coast, that means you're going to be there from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. All right. So that means you're like, man, I got to get up. If we have to adjust it, I'll think about it, but I don't think I'm going to go past 10 a.m. Pacific, because that will push things back between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Eastern. All righty. So I might make that adjustment, but for right now, I love high noon. All right. So for those of you near the central time zone, that would be 11 to 1 for you guys. All righty. And like I said, 9 to 11 for those that are west coasting it within what's called the Pacific time zone. All right. So just wanted to let you guys kind of see what we got there as far as the astrology. And last but not least, copper crystal canvases, guys. Make sure you get the copper crystal canvases from our website here at Seven Hill Star and get your hands on these beautiful, beautiful copper crystal canvases. And there'll be more items and pictures shown very soon. However, get these joints because they're hot. And it's like I get to see things work. I get to see things actually work, especially these like the plant stakes and trellises. Yeah, the buggies really don't deal with that copper in the soil. It's a whole different vibration. But that's just one example. I mean, I ain't gonna front these incense holders, they're that too. They really are. All right. So with that being said, and guys, remember, you go to sevenhillstar.com, you see right there in the lower right-hand corner, it's a live chat. So you guys chat there. You'll be talking to right now, it's you'll be rapping with, because as soon as I get the notification, hey, somebody's live chatting on Seven Hill Star, I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I think you can send picture messages and everything. You know what I'm saying? So you can do live chats with us. You know what I mean? I'm also kind of old school too. So, the numbers on the Instagram bio. It's in our bio on Instagram at Seven Hill Star on Instagram. So you can give us a call too. However, boom chakalaka, that's what it is. So this is the portion where, you know what? I'm just going to go straight here to our invocation termed the Moorish American prayer here at the Moorish Holy Temple of Science and within the administrative functions, right? On page 48 and on page 49 is our authority. However, before we get started, Brother Sean, is there anything else you'd like to add, bro? Anything else? I'll go and check the chat. Let's see who joined us so far.
Just like I said, it's been verbally said, 32% off on the readings. Just check out, the workshops. And I mean, just from what we have done, from the classes, bro, he has done on like Facebook and all that, and from all the videos we got on YouTube. I mean, it's more than enough to binge watch and have study material along with, Prophet Noble Drew Universities, which is free, right? With the astrology books, the law books, and, other things that are in there. Like, we have enough things for y'all to really study, watch, and, really absorb for like at least the next 3 to 5 years off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even just from the Prophet Noble Drew University, that's about at least a good 5-10 years study from just going through a lot of different things. And what we have said, over our videos, like, yeah, it's at least about 5 to 10 years to really, see what we have done, like catch up. And then we just even all the workshops, like, we say these things, for y'all to show, to show some love, support us, like share us, help us and our great missionary work to, continue to spread the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali and the science of our ancient foremothers and forefathers. So yes, please share. It's like what a lot of, things, we shouldn't worry about. Just, we just ask us to share. It's like, even if y'all can't transact or however y'all feel about it, just share, to help get us all right, to help get us in the sight of the right beings. Even though I really feel we already have been watched and, are continuing to be watched by these beings. So just share us out. We're doing this good work. We're doing this out of our hearts and just our duty, that we feel that we have towards, following humanity. So help share us out. We continue, to share and do what we do, but it's group work, it's group effort. Everyone sharing, everyone, teaching their friends and their loved ones and even their communities. And even if y'all hear someone talking about, wanting to speak about things or that, we can do that as well. We might not show up in person, as some would say, but we can do a lot of things via Zoom to speak at some events, or if beings are, organizing parties, or, any of those things, those get-togethers, we can help host that as well. There is no limit to what Southern Hill Star can do. And just from what we have already done, and it's only the beginning. Some might look and think it's the end all be all. We just really getting started. It's just kind of the waking up. It's all right, we're ready to do some more. So yeah, share us. That's about it, and like I said, my readings are on sale, and like I said, really support those who are doing good out here. Seven Hill Star Copper Crystal Canvases. Get into CMOS, shop with those who, not only bring value, but, truly care about you at the end of the day. We're not just looking to get a sale and move on. No, we're looking for a lifelong commitment. That's why the, lifetime membership, could be a whole lot higher, but this is for beings who really are in this for, the long run, not something short and quick. This is a lifelong thing that we're doing in this bodysuit, and it will even continue when we're out of this spacesuit or this body. This is just not short and quick. This is long-term stability, very Cancerian and Capricorn, right? Old age and long-term security. We're doing this, and we'll continue. And yeah, one just have to ask themselves, are they really with those who are doing the good work, while they're doing that work, or they're just, kind of waiting for us to do something, so then they feel like, hey, it actually did that, I'd work for them, now let's try it. So you might want to actually, get a hammer and some nails and help build the house, rather than standing and waiting and wanting to lay up in the domus, the house, the shelter, whatever you want to call it. And it's yo, why are you trying to come up here? You didn't even give a hand. All right. So, yeah, we're doing this work, and we'll continue to do this work, and just support us, whatever way y'all can. And the easiest way is by sharing. And we have said before, do referrals, to help get your reading. So, there's really no excuse at the end of the day, but what you make up in your mind, whatever it is that you're trying to tell yourself, because it's not Seven Hill Star. We have the resources, we have the tools, it's up to the people. All right. So, yeah, does you really want things better for yourself first and foremost, and then for your loved ones, your community, and your people? Rather than just, expecting someone to do it all and save everything for you. It's Seven Hill Star will walk the fire, but we can't walk everyone else's fire. So, just really, check yourself out, and, just share. So I think it's simple, and don't worry about trying to look cool. What really look cool is supporting the good brothers and the good beings who are doing the proper work to uplift fallen humanity, and really start counteracting the things that were done to keep us in a docile or a passive state. That's cool. To tell your grandchildren, yeah, man, them Seven Hill Star brothers, I remember they was on YouTube asking the people to support them. And when nobody really wanted to, or they was trying to look cool, but I did. And, we was really able to do some things and, really change the world, by first changing ourselves and actually, working together. I was able to, support that. I transacted for my Tupac membership. I got those readings, or I brought other beings that I've seen would be worthy, or it'll be very helpful to them brothers. Like that story to tell your grandchildren and tell their children. Instead of like, yeah, I watched them. I ain't do nothing. And then boom. I thought it was a joke and unreal, but now, the rest of the world's like, all right, Seven Hill Star, we see what y'all good brothers are doing there in Northwest of Maxim. We know y'all the hub of the universe. We seen y'all being consistent, loyal, and sincere. We want y'all to assist with us over here and our people here and there. Like, and just watch. I'm telling you. We're not just talking to be talking, or it's like, yo, we really feel and embody what we say and do, and what we see. I'm telling you, it just be best to support those rather than putting energy and time into beings that ain't really about that life, that really don't care. And y'all can truly tell. We go live 4 days out the strong, what some would call weak. And we don't have to, but this is what we do because we know what the people need. So we do this so that y'all have the things, the tools, and the thinking to really continue to change your minds and heal from your own mindset. So, just share us out, tell your bang, tell everyone to come to us for astrology. Like Seven Hill Star, from what I've seen, is the only Moorish American astrology firm here in Northwest of Maxim, and really all of Midgard, Earth, to be, all the way 100, 1,000, besides our Albions, sons and daughters, the Europeans, whatever y'all want to call them. I'm not saying white, but quote unquote white for those who have to hear that, but only they, have those things. But when it comes to us and our people, for us, Seven Hill Star is the only one. Everyone else is trying to be cliquish. They don't really want to link up. They don't really want to work together. They want to shine for themselves. They want to look cool and have this position, but it ain't even about that position. It's really about putting this work in and doing what we know we need to be doing, regardless if we want to be envy and jealous or attention. Like, we really about that work. And I yield, bro.
Islam. Brother Seven, Judah Bilal Bey says peace and love. Peaceful greetings to you, Brother Seven. Mother Janelle Blash L says peaceful greetings. Peaceful greetings, Mother Janelle. Brother Derek Blash Bey says Islam, everyone. Islam, Brother Derek. Open 642 says greetings. Islam. Peaceful greetings to the mother for the account, Open 642. And Mother Sahar says peaceful greetings to everyone. Peaceful greetings to you also, beloved mother. Islam. All righty. So I got the invocation in, guys, right? And you see here on page 48, handsomely standing due God is Prophet Noble Drew Ali in his Moorish, Sharif Spez, and Abba, all right? So we're going to zoom in. You see his feet is on a 45. So that's how you're going to have your feet when you're facing east. And while you're facing east, you're going to have all 5 appendages on the left hand extended, just the index and middle on the right. And we're going to face east, which is metaphysically symbolic, pertaining to going within. And you can repeat after me either aloud or in the hearts. Islam.
Islam.
Islam. Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
Father of love.
Father of love.
Truth.
Truth.
Peace.
Peace.
Freedom.
Freedom.
And justice.
And justice.
Allah is my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My guide.
My guide.
And my salvation.
And my salvation.
By night.
By night.
And by day.
And by day.
To his holy prophet.
To his holy prophet.
Noble Drew Ali.
Noble Drew Ali.
Amen. Alrighty, Aphrodites. So we are going to take this thing on to pages 40, 84, and 85. All right, for the Moorish Holy Temple of Science Administrative Functions. And we yield the floor to our beloved brother, whom we're well pleased, Brother Sean Ali Mel, Islam.
Islam. All right, the following is a letter written by Prophet Noble Drew Ali on the 18th day of January, 1928 AD, Anno Domini. He commanded that it be read before every meeting. All righty, Moor Science Temple of America. All right, coming from administrative functions. All right, Home Office 3603, Indiana Avenue. Noble Drew Ali, founder. Chicago, Illinois, January 18th, 1929. To be proclaimed in every meeting. Dear brother, Islam. I am glad to know that I have few faithful Moors among you all, and I desire. Goodness. Shit. And like a whole fucking fly just flew in my eye. What the fuck? Pardon me. Young man's like, like, what? Over these thick glasses you still got through? Man, my guy.
You had the light coming out your eyes, man. You know, it's just like, hold on, this where the light is. Hold on.
Let me get some money. Right, but
wow, Islam.
All right, let me start back up. But dear brother Islam, I am glad to know that I have few faithful Moors among you all, and I desire for them to know the truth and the divine truth. There is a host of jealousy about me and the movement now by the same people of our side of the nation that claim it was only a joke and unreal. But now, since they have found out from the government officials and the nations of the earth that this is the only sole foundation that all Asiatics must depend upon for their earthly salvation as an American citizen, they are working every scheme that they can to disqualify me so they themselves may take charge of the situation. I have notified all these things to you long ago in the past. It is through the faithful Moors that contribute to the movement and uplifting funds. The ones that paid their divine respect to me and the movement will be remembered. That is why I'm calling upon all faithful Moors to increase their faithfulness to me, your prophet, and your divine Moorish movement. I need finance and I need it bad. Never before have I needed finance as badly as I do at present, that it may shove aside the discord that is facing the nation. It all comes through jealousy because of my fame and nobility, quote unquote. The nations of the world would not recognize the movement without me, the prophet, being the head. It has been proven by my work in which I have performed in the last few months, because I was at the governor's inauguration to represent, whatever you like to say, the Moorish, divine, and national movement, and I will be at the inauguration of President Hoover for the same cause. Noble Drew Ali.
All righty, and I can see there's still maybe some kind of bit of a delay, but we're too cool to be embarrassed, so we're just going to keep it moving. All righty, we're now here at the Moorish literature. Excerpts from the Moorish Guide newspaper. On page 12, you see, again, the handsomely standing Dugard in his Moorish Shari's Fez and Abad's Prophet Noble Drew Ali. On page 13, divine warning by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Prophet warns all Muslim governors to read proclamation at each meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical agitating speeches while at work in their homes or on the streets, and that includes the internet. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be of severe consequence. We are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the laws laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their card and button, cease wearing their turban and fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the prophet Noble Drew Ali, and if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet, therefore, is sending out the divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways by order of Prophet Noble Drew Ali.
Mm-hmm.
And what we're going in on today in the Holy Quran for the Moorish Holy Temple of Science, doing religious corporate activity via affidavit, adopting as its corporate name, Moorish Science Temple of America. We're at chapter 30, Holy Instructions from the Prophet, the social duties. All right. So it's only 7 minutes to this degree, to the 30th degree, or it's only 7 verses to the 30th chapter. All right. And in normal 7 hill star fasciones, right? In fact, 7 hill star fashion. Brother Sean's going to do the reading, and I'm going to do the yeah. I'm serious, member. I know I'm doing the ad-libbing, right? So with that being said, I yield the floor to our beloved brother, and whom we're well pleased, Brother Sean Alim al-Islam.
Islam. Alrighty, here we go. Verse 1. Or minute 1, right? When thou considereth thy wants, when thou beholdeth thy imperfections, acknowledge his goodness, O son of humanity, who honored thee with humanity, endowed thee with speech, and placed thee in society to receive and confer reciprocal helps and mutual obligations, protection from injuries, thy enjoyments of the comforts and the pleasures of life. All these thou oweth to the assistance of others, and couldst not enjoy but in the bands of society.
So when you consider your wants, when you behold your imperfections, acknowledge, alrighty, mother's principle and actions, goodness. Alrighty. You, what was sun metaphysically again, man? When we looked it up in the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary.
It was. One second. I already got it right here. The realm of consciousness that has been illumined by spirit. And it says, quote, the greater light to rule the day, end quote, Genesis 1:16. Oh, but the prophet ain't bring the sun and bring the astrology, Mo. Right? So yeah, the sun is a spiritual intelligence.
Got you. So the spiritual intelligence pertaining to humanity, right? That's so Mary's spiritual intelligence is the I am identity, right? Because I am identity is Jesus, right? Mary is love, right? Because when you have the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary, when reading these books, you immediately keep yourself out of believer mindset, right? You bring yourself immediately into knowing. So, one more time, son, is it what again? One more time, Brother Sean?
Right, spiritual intelligence. So, yeah, the sun represents spiritual intelligence. Light is always a symbol of intelligence, and the sun, the supreme source of light in man's world, represents the highest form of intelligence. Once again, spiritual intelligence.
Look at that. So that's dealing with S-U-N and S-O-N?
That's the S-U-N. I we have to look up the S-O-N, but that's definitely the S-U-N.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Just because I'm pretty sure it would be, and it still can be, utilized both ways. Oh, forgive me, I was already there. Boom shakalaka, right? So we were talking S's, right? Let this thing come on up. Do what it do will. Right? So we're going to the S's, right? And P's, R's, right? We're in the S's. All right. SH, we're looking for an SO, all right? Just so that we can see, right? Boom. Sun. A-I-O, we're looking for. Okay. So let's see if it gives us SOL. All right, Solomon. Boom. All right, so I guess we could look at when it's dealing. So sun, as we can see, oh, forgive me. Forgive me. So sun, as we can see, is pertaining to energies, right? That pertaining to energies, as we can see, where it's bringing up, the nobleman's sun or healing of the nobleman's sun, in John chapter 4, verses 46 through 54, or degree 4, minutes 46 through 54. And it will kind of clear things up. I know we went over this before, but let's just look at what sun is, right? And look, we got it here too. We got more on sun here, where it goes into you comprehending it. So it'll pull you out of believer mindset, right? So in the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary, it's on pages 908 out of 1054 pages. 1045 pages or 1045 pages.
Definitely about
I think this is what, 909, 907, 908, and 909, right? 908. So 907, 908, and 909. So just very briefly, Brother Sean, son, as far as SON is concerned, metaphysics.
Gotcha. I'm just bookmarking this for myself so I can. I already had a bookmark. Would you look at that? To come back. So, sun looks like healing of nobleman's son, which can be found in John 4, 46 through 54. All right. Metaphysical and the healing pertaining to the nobleman's son, the nobleman representing exalted thoughts, makes more direct.
So the nobleman, inwardly, the nobleman is your exalted thoughts. Go ahead, continue.
Makes more direct contact with divine mind, and so seeks to have the healing power brought to bear upon that activity in the subconsciousness. Let's see, sun at Capernaum.
Subconsciousness. So the sun is the subconscious, right? So the subconscious. So exalted thoughts had a son. Exalted thought, nobleman had a son, or exalted thoughts had a subconscious. And the subconscious needed healing. The I am identity, which is Jesus, is also referred to as the divine mind. So when the sun was apparently dying, in other words, how many people read that to themselves when I stopped? But go ahead, Brother Sean. In other words,
sun at Capernaum, which is apparently dying. In other words, losing sight of the life and substance necessary for its perfect expression.
So the sun apparently dying, the nobleman's son apparently dying, meant that the subconscious mind is losing sight of life and substance necessary for its perfect expression. This takes you out of believing imaginary beings and thinking this happened 2,000 years ago somewhere. Even if it did happen 2,000 years ago, it happened 1,000,000 years ago. Why? Because again, how you're actually supposed to use the book, the Helios Bibliothèque. Some people say the Biblios Heliothèque, contemporarily known as the Holy Bible. It is a metaphysics book only pertaining to ye consciousness and the endocrine system. That's it. That's all. All that other stuff is foolery. Everything else is someone improperly presenting how the Bible is supposed to free you so that ye can immediately benefit instead of outwardly believing in something that's not there. It only exists in your imagination, in the land of make believe. That's it. That's all. Jesus, which is the divine mind, also the I am identity, because everybody has Jesus within, not, again, some outward make-believe entity. I'm not being mean. I am being truthful, honest, which means first and foremost, I'm being love. I yield, Brother Sean. Jesus did not, or the I am, the divine mind did not go to the subconscious using sight of life and substance necessary for its, perfect expression. Go ahead. I yield.
All right, so yeah, Jesus, the I am or divine mind, and I go down to the sick child or subconscious that was losing sight of life, because in doing its quickening, healing work, the spiritual I am does not direct its force into the realm of
which is Jesus, the spiritual I am, which is Jesus. Again, go ahead.
All right, healing work, the Jesus does not direct its force into the realm of effects or give weight to adverse appearances, but calmly and deliberately declares the truth.
Whoa. Calmly and deliberately declares truth. That's all we're doing to manifest things in our life that we want. Instead of praying for victory, how about you pray from victory? I'm just going to calmly and deliberately exercise my will appropriately, use my will appropriately, and calmly and deliberately declare the truth. Period. Ye are healed. Speak to myself. I am healed. Abundance flows to me and through me in perpetuity for I and my loved ones, so that I'm able to be loved internationally also, and allow more abundance in perpetuity to flow to me and through me forever and ever, so mote it be. Calmly and deliberately declaring truth, I am. I yield, bro. The subconsciousness.
The subconsciousness or the sick child, right? The nobleman's son, the exalted subconscious receives the word and is comforted, healed. The bodily activities, servants, bear witness to the fact that harmony and order are restored. Quote, the father knew, himself believed, and his whole house, end quote.
So when you're trying to figure out in your life, man, I got to figure out why this is going like this, man. I got to figure out how much more, you know what I mean? Like I need to get this, this energy flowing to me so I can have more resources and things. I need it to flow in perpetuity. Okay, I get what it is. I need to calmly and deliberately declare the truth so that I don't lose sight of life and substance necessary for perfect expression. Does anybody disagree with that? Can you use that for yourself, or do I need to play some music and pass a collection plate? We would love for you to donate to us, but I'm just thinking, should I have the music minister now fire up the organ. So this doesn't feel like it's sacrilege, what I'm saying, because it's not. This is how it's supposed to been given to you. However, remember, there are people that took this knowledge, which has always been yours, and enslaved you by not giving you the metaphysics. So if you ever wonder why Brother Hasan and his brothers are the way that we are, because can you see how we go over this live on YouTube? What do you think we're doing amongst ourselves in our off the camera lives? You think just, oh, well, you know, this is something neato to talk about. No, those highlights aren't there because we're not studying. You know what I mean? Like any of this stuff, we can break down any of this stuff. Minister to ourselves first and foremost. Does this resonate with you guys out there? Put a 1 in the chat if this resonates with you. And you don't feel guilty about it. You don't feel like, you know, you have to think about being struck down by lightning or people talking about you with big hats in the front row. And I'm not being mean. I'm just pointing out again, truth, calmly and deliberately declaring truth.
All right, let yourselves feel liberated, you know, rather than be like, oh man, we weren't told that. Just take that same energy, like, wow, I'm glad that I am studying this. I'm glad that I am finding this out, because I always knew that, you know, something did not seem right, but I just really couldn't put my finger on it. But now I have my finger in it. So now let me now be excited and still calm to now know, like, I can now actually make the connections between the things I didn't understand that I felt like was more and the things that clearly was not told, you know, and let me move forward with this knowledge now and let me actually study and see that all these beings that I thought was something outside of me is really something inside of me, but it's stories that I can look at to really apply it to myself. And then when you do this with the, you know, Bible, Helios, Bibliotech, you'll do the same thing with these movies and TV shows, because you'll see, like, when you think of the you know, superheroes or any of that, it all really is something about yourself. But it has to be found within thyself rather than always looking outside of yourself for everything. And that's claiming back your power. That's getting back to knowing thyself, is knowing that everything is internal and not looking at everything outside of oneself as a savior. I yield.
Yeah, and I know this is chapter 30 because you might have some people out there. Nah, Mo. See, only chapters 2 through 19 are the ones that's missing out of the Bible. So you can't take that metaphysical Bible dictionary stuff and use it past chapter 19 or before chapter 2. This is where I say, calmly and deliberately, shut the fuck up.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. And see, when folks say that, it's because they don't want to admit that they was wrong, or they want to keep the lies going, right? You remember who was that? Was that Mark? It's like, keep hope alive. You know, they want to keep the lie alive.
He's like,
so they say alive. Keep the lie alive. So these folks don't really want the truth. They love the lie. But what they think is the truth is great. And they're not open to actually seeing another point of view. They're so stuck in that one set of mind that anything that comes up to challenge that viewpoint, they're going to do everything in their power to deny that, right? So that's pretty much saying, right, let's say Jesus, let's use the anthropomorphic. Jesus is coming to heal them. But their exalted thoughts don't want to be healed, so their subconscious doesn't want to be healed either, because they don't want to gain their sight of the life. They rather stay lost in that sight of life. They don't want perfect expression. They want the opposite of perfect expression. So it's like, yeah, anytime folks get the truth, the first thing to do is to fight it. They're going to do everything in their power to deny it and everything. But then they'll really see at the end of the day, truth is truth. And they got two options: stay what they have been doing, or make that change and move forward with now this newfound sense of knowledge and wisdom. But most aren't going to do the second option. Most are just going to go, oh, yeah, you know, okay, I hear it, I see it, but yeah, nah. All right. Enjoy your cycle repeat.
Yes, Lord. JLV says, greetings, Brother Hasan, and everyone. Indeed, JLV. Peaceful greetings to you also. She puts a 1. Brother Derek Blash Bay puts a 1. And I think that's the Brother Antonio Bay, I think, through the Tracy Pickens account. They put a 1 also, right? So with that being said, let's go back to chapter 30. We're still, that was just the second line, right, of ad libs. I was ad libbing the second line. Look at that. That's why I said, man, if because I've always had this being able to break down scripture. Even when I was in the Nation of Islam and taught from the rostrum, I had the Quran and the Bible on the rostrum. I mean, I taught on the general orders and broke down the general orders. And people was comparing me to the Caliph of Islam. Not letting that go to my head. I didn't let it go to my head at all. I'm just like, it just makes sense to look at it this way. I'm not trying to be like Brother Caliph. Just the way I see it. Oh, subconscious pertaining to humanity, who honored thee, acknowledge the goodness, right? So who honored thee with humanity, endowed thee, right? So thee is you, another way of saying you, or, you know, sometimes we say ye, but I get it. I can say ye or thee. I know some people be like, yo, he's saying ye the wrong way. It should be thee sometimes. Guys, get over it. I'm doing what I'm doing on purpose for neurological language programming purposes. Endowed you with speech and placed you in society to receive and confer, right? That's the root in conference, right? To have a conference, root is confer. Reciprocal helps. Reciprocal. You know, you take a fraction, 1/2, and then it's reciprocal is 2/1, right? Helps in mutual obligations. So, you know, that's if your brother is in adversity, assist him. If thy sister is in trouble, forsake her not. If thy brother is bent, turned, then stand next to him and stand him up. That's what if thy brother is in adversity, assist him means. If thy sister is in trouble, trouble is muddy thinking, forsake her not, chase after her not. So if she's in muddy thinking, leave her alone. It's wisdom, that's remedy. Stand next to your brother and stand him up. If a sister is having muddy thinking, leave her to herself. That's not being mean either. Those are just the remedies. You leave a son to himself and try to stand next to a sister and stand her up is just going to go haywire. Which means the mothers have the energy to get themselves together when they recognize it's nobody wants to be around them. I'm not being mean, honestly. And usually sons already feel alone. So when they see they got people next to them, it's like, whoa. So imagine, you know, for mothers not in muddy thinking and she sees a brother and stands next to him and stand him up, looky, Astro Cookie. But even brothers, you see your brothers, you know, bent, turned, stand next to them, stand them up. like how you would trellis a vine of grapes or a vine of any plant, right? A copper crystal canvas trellis, right? Protections from injury. So, we're supposed to be looking out to make sure people aren't getting hurt or injured by attorneys that are robbing the people by using county employees and the so-called county courts to make people homeless. That's an injury. Your enjoyment pertaining to the comforts and the pleasures pertaining to life. All these you owe to the assistance pertaining to others. And you could not enjoy these things but in the bands of society, which means you need people there. Oh man, they part of a secret society. Forget the secret society. Is it just a society that assists you from getting injured and people trying to rob you and make you homeless? Because it sounds like that's people doing their social duty while you worried about secret society stuff. There is no secret society. The cover's been removed from all secret societies. Why? Because all of them are waiting on their secret password, Moor and Islam. Look what's before you. Fezzes with no tassels pinned down. And I am like this, dressing my best, even when we just go to the grocery store. I need to go take out the recycle of the trash. Guess what? I have on my fez. I have on my sandals. I have on my kirta. Period. Number 2, bro, I yield.
It is thy duty, therefore, to be a friend to mankind, as it is thy interest that man should be friendly to thee.
So look at that. So mankind and man are 2 different things. So that's like when Prophet Noble Drew Ali, it is said that Prophet Noble Drew Ali published be quote unquote nice to the European, even though we know nice means clumsy, foolish, stupid. But what he was saying, because he's speaking to an illiterate people, he's saying, don't be evil or mean as you're, getting back to your place amongst the affairs pertaining to men, right? So be a friend to those that are kind of like man, as you would want ones that are man to be friendly to you. That's the golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated, period. I yield. Number 3.
As the rose breatheth sweetness from its own nature, so the heart of a benevolent man produceth good works.
Wow. Yo, read that again, bro. Wow.
As the rose breatheth sweetness from its own nature, so the heart of a benevolent man mind produceth good works.
So when ye are a benevolent mind, see how I put the heart and the mind together, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Good works are produced. I yield, man. Number 4.
He enjoyeth the ease and tranquility of his own breast, and rejoiceth in the happiness and prosperity of his neighbor.
Islam.
He openeth not his ear.
Ain't no future. Ain't no future in hating. This is talking about number 4. Ain't no future in hating. You know what I mean? I yield, bro. Islam. No, you know what? Time out, time out. The reason why I don't future and hating, because all you have to do, instead of coveting what your neighbor has and hating on it, all you got to do is calmly and deliberately declare the truth for yourself. You see their truth happening, okay, be happy and you know, hey man, let me rejoice in your truth manifesting. You know, let me rejoice in you being happy and being prosperous. Cool. I claim that for myself too. Not yours, just my own that I know I already have. It just has to manifest, and it's going to manifest. You know what? And it is manifesting. It's on its way. Just like when you order something from Amazon, it's like, man, it should be here by Thursday. That's how you with calmly and deliberately declaring truth. Are you?
He openeth not his ear unto slander. The faults and the failings of men give a pain to his heart.
And that's why if you are, you know, it doesn't matter if someone is called a Grand Sheik, and there's not enough butt kissing out there by people. Hey, that's my Grand Sheik, that's my GS. Are they? Are they even a brother? Are they a mother? Without any title, because the highest title that one could have is either son and brother or mother and sister. What higher titles can you have? There aren't any. So if someone's not being a brother and a son, or someone's not being a mother and a sister, doesn't matter how grand their sheikiness is. It's BS. They're dirty Moors. Because they're too busy slandering out there. All right. Committing libel. I yield, man.
All right, 6. His desire is to do good. He researcheth out the occasions thereof. In removing the oppression of another, he relieveth himself.
So, like when earlier we went through, like, because some people might be like, dag, man, these brothers want 900, 400 for this. Like, okay, let's assist you guys so you can see the research that we've done and how we're breaking it down for you to be able to have what you need. Right? Period. Because this is the thing too. We're wearing fezzes, we're Moorish Americans, so most of the world is prejudiced because they're going to see us and then think that, oh, well, that's some type of religion that I don't agree with, which that's not what it actually is like they should be like, oh my God, finally, Moors, because we are like the universal member, period. You know, however, a lot of people have been socially engineered to discriminate. So that's why a lot of beings, they'll speak more science to you, but you couldn't tell by looking at them because they don't look their best, which means they don't have on their turban or fez. They don't have their button. And they're dressed like they're in jeans and t-shirts and sneakers, tennis shoes, or like they say out Midwest, gym shoes. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So it's like you couldn't tell, but they took their fez off or removed their turban so that they can be able to be a part of the Federal Reserve System and make excuses for participating in the volunteered slavery. Because works haven't been done to free the people from the oppression pertaining to the Federal Reserve System. That's just what it is. I'm not speaking fanatical. I'm not speaking radical. That's just what it is. Because we aren't a federal, state, or municipal, city, or county agent, then we should not have to deal with the rat race. You shouldn't be having to think about, well, I need some place to stay, so I gotta get this rent or this mortgage. Or I gotta keep the lights on. You're not doing business for tax purposes at the pleasure of the governor. Those are the only people that need to be concerned about rent, mortgage, electricity bill, water bill, because the business that they're doing for tax purposes, all those other things are to retail the location that's being rented or mortgaged, retail the electricity that's being utilized, retail the water that's being utilized, retail the gas that's being utilized. So everybody with a mortgage, rent, electricity bills, water bill, gas bill, you're supposed to be flipping it then. However, if you're not doing that and you're not doing business for tax purposes, there should not be, and that's the rules. That's why we tell you guys, show up the lawful living, be a part of lawful living, right? RV Bay Publications, get your nationality card, travel card, student, RV Bay Publications, study what's there. It takes 18 months. If you're sincere, you're going to take your time to read it. Everything on that website. Get all the books if you can. 7hillstar.com, so you can further comprehend and see the expansion pertaining to the lessons that are given at RV Bay Publications. And then have that solid foundation with RV Bay and 7hillstar, and then go to lawfulliving.com, become a member there as a means of being a part of the jurisprudence gym to practice taking your place amongst the affairs pertaining to minds, affairs of men. Because men is minds. I yield, beloved brother, Islam.
Islam. All right. 7. From the largeness of his mind, he comprehendeth in his wishes the happiness of all men, of all minds. And from the generosity of his heart, he endeavoreth to promote it.
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. From the largeness, that means all these concepts, all these ideas pertaining to his mind, he comprehends. When you see he, his, him, that is mother's principle in action. When you see she, her, hers, that is mother's principle in potential, right? So she, her, hers is potential energy. He, him, his is kinetic energy. So that's why we're not getting caught up in, sexualizing, like, oh, well, it say he, why don't it say she? We're not beefing over pronouns here. We're not radicalizing pronouns here. Because we're in harmony with nature. So from the largeness, from the Jupiter pertaining to his mind, man, that's Jupiter, Moon, and Mercury. He comprehends in his wishes the happiness pertaining to all minds. And from the generosity pertaining to his heart, he endeavors to promote. Man, this joint about to bring a tear to my eye, bro. Because I see us, bro. I see us, bro. Like, I really see us, yo. You already know, yo. I don't fuck around, yo. From the time you met me, bro, I am straightforward, especially because of so much water. I know how I be feeling, yo. You see what I'm saying? And I've always said, keep Prophet Noble Drew Ali in the forefront pertaining to the mind. That's why we did those Prophet Noble Drew Ali University AstroCivics, AstroCivic community meetups. And the second one was meet Prophet Noble Drew Ali in his literature, so that we can be straight up about the concept we're supposed to be doing with this. That's why we even doing this devotional, y'all.
Straight up.
It's the first day of a month of Sundays that we have left. This is 30, and we're counting down towards 1. So that the people will have a playlist by the time we finish going in on the Quran. Based off of our experience, of course, everybody got to get theirs. Well, I'm trusting is that y'all seeing how we really looking at this. This ain't just about like pointing out what we do. I'm just saying, like, the reason why we do what we do, whether you see it on social media, from the advertisements, everything. From you seeing that there's a group of brothers, there's what other astrologers out there that are Moorish American? I could say quite a few appellations of other Moorish Americans and their mothers. They're not gonna work with us though. They could, but they're not. They're not gonna work with us. And it'll be online. It ain't like we trying to be around them, get with them. Ain't trying to touch them, nothing. But where are their minds? Oh, I remember. If thy sister is in muddy thinking, don't chase her. Okay, cool. And that's what we.
Love. Was it Mary J song?
I'm just saying, man. Love. Islam, we just really be these lessons, not bragging. You know what I mean? Like, even every time I go back, I'll be like, yo, we really are the manifestation to these lessons, yo. And we ain't even trying, B. We just, utilizing it within inside ourselves. We're doing the metaphysics. So that we can be just to ourselves first and foremost, so that we're able to really have our cup runneth over and be these principles wherever we go. You see what I'm saying? Like, straight up, man. Brother Seven had put a 1 in the chat too. When I asked everybody put a 1 in the chat. Brother Derek Blash Bay says, correct, Brother Hasan, gratitude in the lesson. I see action in the lesson. Indeed. I mean, that's what I trust. I was a good enough example at least and at best for my brothers. Because like I said, it did start out with just me. Then there was Brother Terrell. Then it was Brother Horary Bey, right? Then it was Brother Sean. There was another brother that's no longer with us. Respectfully, I'm not saying any appellations of anyone that's not with us. And then, then there was, of course, Senior Jackson Bey. However, Senior Jackson Bey has always still had to do his own thing. But since I know him personally and kind of, us growing up, he has a 7 Hill Star certification. So that's total. You know what I mean? Respectfully, Brother R is still working on his certification. You know what I mean? But as far as certified according to our protocol, I, Brother Terrell, Brother Horary, Brother Sean, and Senior Jackson Bey. Is that all? Yeah, I think that's all who has the certifications, honestly, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And like I said, there was one other brother, but he's no longer with us. But we don't stop, we keep going. So, and Brother Seven says Islam. Any questions, comments, and/or suggestions going once? You guys that are here with us, the 9 of you that are here, still watching, those of you that are in the chat, do ye all have questions, comments, and/or suggestions for I and Brother Sean and 7 Hill Star in general? Going once. All right, Brother Sean, what are we going in on Intuition Monday tomorrow? I meant to look at the thumbnail, but I didn't look at the thumbnail.
Piscean full moon.
The Piscean full moon. So the full moon in Pisces while the sun is in Virgo. So what we're going in on for the next day or Monday, or some will say tomorrow for Intuition Monday. So catch I and Brother Sean on Monday, right? That is the 21st, August 2023. We go in on the Piscean full moon, right? We all know that Tuesday is Lawful Living, Friends in Law Bible Study. So guys, you know that class is free also, right? For Lawful Living. Wednesday, our 7-day Tropic Medical Astro Weather Report, where we're going to go in pertaining to the 24th to the 30th, 24th August to the 30th August. Thursday is pump and dump, right? So it's gonna be a friends in law, but I think it's gonna be a money talks version. So if usually Thursday is friends in law, but I think if you're not a part of money talks, the money talks group at Lawful Living, you probably are not going to get the number to the pump and dump class, which Malika is not about the pump and dump. However, there are beings that have experience with pump and dump and know how to remedy, they know how to challenge, they know how to go at it. So that's what Thursday is going to be about. But normally Tuesdays and Thursdays is Friends in Law Bible Study at Lawful Living. And it's not just like Bible as you think, going in on the Bible. No, it's like learning the law, learning these statutes, codes, and policies to keep these beings at bay. It's like, doing that, like being religious with making sure you comprehend jurisprudence. That's why we call it the jurisprudence gym. It's where you can go and exercise jurisprudence concepts pertaining to your mind with other beings that are on it, right? JLV, she knows about it, right? Most of you guys are part of Lawful Living that are here also. You've at least come to a class, maybe, if not actually are members, right? JLV says much appreciated. Reminder, yes, indeed. Friday, you guys know, is our impromptu improv. We'll be going in on Article 2 pertaining to the Zodiac, our Zodiac Constitution, right? So the Zodiac Constitution, we'll be going in on Friday, Article 2, the Zodiac Constitution. Then Saturday is our astrology concept correction discussion. Again, if you're not a member, it's 30 units to our CashApp. You will get put back in the waiting room if you have not given the 30 if you're not a member. If you have a student card, I prefer the Moorish American student card for those of you that may have your student cards from RV Bay. However, any student, if you're a student somewhere, you have a student card, I'll honor that student card. And you can transact 15 units via the Cash App to be a part of the astrology discussion. Right? And you can give donations on top of that if you care to. However, if you're a member pertaining to the universally professional astrology community, it is free for members. All right. Indeed, JLV. So with that being said, any questions, comments, and or suggestions going twice? And then after that, Saturday, Sunday, we are going in on chapter 29, Magistrate and Subject. As we can see for Magistrate and Subject, there are 19 minutes to that, right? Magistrate and Subject, or like I like to say, Mother and Son. And then after that, it's Master and Servant, which still I see as Mother and Son. I'm just saying. You'll see when we go in next Sunday on Magistrate and Subject, how I'll pull out the fruit pertaining to looking at it as mother and son. And it won't, don't Don't be upset. You know what I mean? Because some people are, oh man, that's some simp stuff. No. I'm pointing out the energies that will work a balance, and nobody has to feel emasculated, brothers, and no one has to feel like they're overly powered to look down on people, you mothers. All right, that's you'll see how I do with chapter 29. You should see my chapter 29 in my Quran in here. As far as my notes and stuff, let me find my chapter 29 real quick. You want to see my chapter? You want to see my face? You want to see my chapter 29? It's not a game. 28's up here. Let me stop the screen share here. All right. Right. That's 28 up here. So the notes is not a game. You ain't see it all marked up on you ain't see it all marked up on the PDF version, but I'm not playing. I got notes, baby. So it's not a gizang, right? I got notes. That was done a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? Going in on things. So I'll probably take this off the bookshelf behind me while we're going over it, so I can help with the ad-libbing, right? And then when we go the Sunday after next on Master and Servant, I have notes there also. Make sure we go in on, because those two chapters there, I'm like, yo, that'll really be helpful for real for people if they really comprehend what's going on in them chapters. It goes along with their mothers. Use these lessons. Pardon me, dear mothers, teach these lessons to you little ones, and they may learn to love instead of hate. Dear fathers, by these lessons, you can set your house in order, and ye little ones will learn to love instead of hate. Love and respect also to you as well, Brother Derek and Mother Janelle. All right. This is where I am, Brother Sean, say, be yourselves and donate. No more questions, comments, and or suggestions, guys. I think I might go and get me a little snack. I'm feeling kind of apple-y right now. I think I want an apple. No more questions, comments, and or suggestions, guys. We thank you all so much for joining us. Rest and recharge well. Guys, make sure you hit the notification button and the bell so you can get notified when we go live. Hit that like button. I know normally it's so weird for me to say that because my mindset was likes and subscriptions and more subscribers. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm just saying it so that, you know, I guess when more people come, if that's the superficiality they need, then cool. But it is what it is, guys. I trust the proof and how great we are is not in the number of subscribers and how many likes. It really is when people like, man, let me see what this is, and then they go, hey man, it's only the first 15 minutes. Just like once you get past, like I know lately we've been advertising and promoting our endeavors. You know what I mean? Because it's not just myself, you know, it's I, Brother Sean, Brother Terrell. So when you go to the website, you'll see not just I and Brother Sean, you'll see, you know, our brothers also, as well as, you know, the good mother who is, you know, part of Seven Hill Star with Copper Crystal Canvases. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Or your feds got the love dent in it. Oh, he's focused. Okay. So with that being said, guys, Mother Sahar says sincere gratitude, peace, and love. Indeed, indeed. Brother Sean is going to do our invocation out. I know he's talking to his loved ones right now. So yeah, guys, I really appreciate y'all. I love it when y'all join us. Right. And I'm really thankful and grateful for you just taking a chance yourselves being here. Those of you that are going back and looking at Seven Hill Stars video from the beginning and you guys are binging it, shout out to you. I know who you are, because especially when you comment, I can see, and I make sure I comment right on back to you guys. That's some serious dedication, right? And it's very well appreciated because it's really letting me know, like, okay, you really love yourself, because you're like, man, let me see this. You know what I mean? And there's no hate with it. So that's great. You know what I mean? And most people would benefit from, let me go back to the back. Let me see the first videos. And you're gonna see, yeah, there's some difference, you know what I mean, as far as how I was doing things, you know what I mean, even producing things on the fly. I get a bigger, better computer. If people, the more people actually support us, I'm pretty sure you guys will start seeing better stuff, newer stuff. However, that would take, y'all supporting. I was saying you got the love dent in your face, bro.
I know, man. It's I need to give you a new one because as my locks grow and all that, smaller. But I rock it out. I don't care. You feel me? It might have a little dent, but I try to keep it. Can't nobody see it. But, sometimes it's seen. But hey, I ain't cool to be ashamed. Okay. I ain't tripping. You feel me?
Okay, that comes from the fact that I get it. Because as I said, you got the love dent. It's all good. I'm not knocking it, nor my judgment, bro. Because I know it happens, you know what I mean? So with that being said, since there's no more questions, comments, and no suggestions, Brother Sean is going to lead this on our invocation out, guys. So this is where ye all actually will extend all 5 appendages on the left hand, just the index and middle on the right. And we're going to face east and have our feet on a 45-degree angle, right? As far as heels touching each other, right? And facing east is metaphysically symbolic to going within. And you can repeat after Brother Sean either aloud or in your hearts. Islam.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
Father of love.
Father of love.
Truth. Peace. Freedom. And justice. Allah is my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My guide. And my salvation. By night. And by day. Through his holy prophet. Noble Drew Ali.
Amen. I know there's a delay at times, man. So I hope I wasn't. I hope when it sounded to you, it sounded like it was coming right after. But I was trying to.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad before. Like like the last one or two is like, is bro here with me? And then it come through like, okay, there you go.
So that's why it's like I kind of, when I can tell it's a delay, it's like I'm kind of saying it right along with you, just one word behind you, so that by the time it happens, it sounds normal for you or whatever. So yeah. But guys, rest and recharge well. All right, make sure you rest and recharge well, and we see you all next day, right? Monday, 21st August 2023, as we go in on the Piscean new moon. We love you all. This is where I am, Brother Sean, on behalf of Seven Hill Star, on behalf of our brothers, Brother Terrell. What'd you say?
I was saying it was a full moon.
Yeah. What I say, new moon?
Mm-hmm.
Forgive me. Full moon. Piscean full moon. Forgive me. Pardon me. Piscean full moon. All right, is what we go in on next day. So on behalf of Seven Hill Star, I, Brother Hasan Ghaziel Bey, Brother Sean Linell, on behalf of Brother Terrell Tamari Bey, Brother Corey Bey, and Brother Armawala Bey. This is where we all say to you all, namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, 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 y'all. Peace and